Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to go over 7 different ways to play a G chord down here. 4 of them I would bet you that you might not be aware of. 7 ways we're going to do. And then depending how long it takes me to get through that for you, I might show you a little riff that I like using over a G chord. Okay, so if you can hold a guitar like this and do this, you can play a G chord. If you can limit yourself to playing, wait a minute, what's a G chord? A G chord is 3 or more different notes played at the same time. So if you go like that, you're playing 5 or 6 notes at the same time, depending on how many strings you hit. So that's some kind of chord. You put fingers down and do it, it's a chord. You put more fingers down, they're all chords because there's more than 3 notes played at the same time. So a G chord is 3 notes played at the same time. Those notes are G. Let me do it this way. G is number 1, B is number 3, and D is number 5. So you have a G, B, and a D. Anytime you play those 3 notes, G, B, D, in any mixed up conglomeration, you'll have a G chord. But we're just dealing with the ones down here right now because that's where most people learn how to play their first G chords. And usually when they go to play it, they show it where you have to hold down this note and this note and this note and then strum everything. Well, if you hold down this note, which is a G, and this note, which is a B, and this note, which is a G, and strum everything, what you're actually strumming is a G and a B and a D and a G and a B and another G. So you're repeating some of the notes of G, B, D. Well, going back to where I left off, before I do that, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Your comments and tips are greatly appreciated. If you like this video or would like more like it, please let me know that by hitting the like button and leaving a comment. So, if you can hold a guitar like this, you can play a G chord consisting of the notes G, B, D. The order you're doing them in, though, is this. You're playing this string, the D string, the G string, and the B string. You have to execute those 3 strings all at the same time. You can put your thumb here and strum like that. That's a G chord. Row, row, row your boat gently down. You get the idea? That's a G chord. It's a real thing. This is a real chord. You could do it by putting 3 different fingers and plucking it. This is a G chord. I'm going to bet most of you didn't know that one. It's a really important chord because if you could figure out how to hold these same 3 strings down across different frets, that's a different lesson. You could play any major chord by moving your finger. Oops, I'm giving away the lesson. Up and down the neck. This is a G chord. I bet you didn't know that one. One that you probably knew that's very easy and often very overlooked is this one, where you take your 3rd finger usually and hold down this note G and you play strings 4, 3, 2, and 1, D, G, B, G. That's a nice G chord with a high G up here. Holding this like this, another one that I like to see people learn is this one where you take usually this finger, put it up here on this G, and let the back of that finger touch the 5th string lightly so it produces a thud and not a note. This is a great G chord to do. G, thud, D, G, B, G. That's a G chord. And it sounds almost as good as that G chord that most people learn. As a matter of fact, the difference is pretty inaudible. You can't really hear it. There is a difference, and there's especially a difference if you go. Okay, so the first G chord is that, the second G chord is this, the third G chord is this, And there's also a way to not do that note and do this note as the bottom note, which is a B note, B, D, G, B, G. That's also a nice G chord. This is some kind of not a G chord. Four G chords that I think you probably never thought too much about. Open strings, hold down fret 3, hold down fret 3 on both sides, hold down fret 2 on the 5th string. Here's the other 3 G chords that you probably have seen or know about. I started with most people learn G by holding down these 3 notes. Well, the jury's out what fingers are the right ones to do with that. People learn them all different ways. Some people only learn them one way. The 2 possibilities are usually this: 3rd finger, 1st finger, 2nd finger. That's a real common way to hold that G chord. Because a lot of times a G chord goes to a C chord, a lot of people like to teach and learn, make students learn how to get to this G chord by doing this. These 2 fingers, G, B, open D, open G, open B, pinky. The problem with this, especially for people with smaller hands or beginners or people who don't really have any strength at all in their fingers, is it's using your pinky, which by far is our weakest pinky, our weakest finger on our left and right hand usually. But that's another way people hold G. So they do this. So they can go back and forth to C pretty easy. Or you could do it like this. Try it again. The last way people learn how to do a G chord is with 4 fingers held down. It still only gives you the notes G, B, D, G, D, and G. Very common 4-finger G chord. Like this. I hope you try all these different G chords and have a lot of fun playing them. Next video I'm going to show you is real short, gives you only 1 lick to play along with this G chord. Have a great day. Play a lot of guitar.